Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Mary Mule Wins. Guys, before we go any further in this video, I am talking about this pressing issue, the most pressing issue at the moment, the death of Dr. Abigail Mulenga. May her soul rest in peace. So before we go any further, I am going to read a message from Abigail's elder brother. The message reads, "No patient, relative, especially mother, should go through what my mother and I went through at Kabwe General Hospital. Friday into Saturday morning, the system failed you, my beautiful sister. As doctor as you were, still I had to plead and beg for painkillers. We also had to plead for you to be seen at night, that is Friday night. This is too painful, Abby. My last memories of you are you in severe pain crying out for life. I even told them that, but they ignored. The system failed you, my baby sister. I just had to express myself before you are laid to rest. 2 months, no pay, yet you worked for them diligently. Then today they want you, or rather, then today they want to give you your salary for 2 months. My sister, this is hard. What do I do with the budget we made? How do you traumatize a mother restraining her daughter from hours with no help?" So guys, the message that I just read is coming from Abigail's elder brother, Mwansa Joseph Mulenga. So here's the thing. Abigail, or should I call her Dr. Mulenga or Abigail Mulenga, was a young doctor at one of Zambia's general hospitals, and in particular Kabwe General Hospital. Abigail was a 23-year-old medical doctor who had worked for the government of Zambia at Kabwe General Hospital for only 2 months. And in these 2 months that she worked there, she never got a pay. Hence, the brother mentions in the message that when now you have died, they are now asking, or they want to now give you your salary. So the brother, first of all, the brother in the message is complaining about the treatment that her sister and him and the mother got when they took the sister to the same hospital that she was a doctor, to the same hospital that she worked at. Clearly in the message, the treatment that they got when they reached the hospital is unacceptable. So for me, actually, I want to talk about what would have gone wrong, what went wrong, what is wrong. First of all, we have lost young blood, a young person, an intelligent, a rare species, a medical doctor. that has or had the potential, the full potential to contribute to the health system of Zambia, to contribute to the development of our country. But her life has been cut short. When I read the message from the brother, I sense negligence. I sense maltreatment. I sense no value for life. That's what I sense. And these are some of the things that the ordinary citizens like myself and others have been trying to highlight. But every time a person complains, even on Facebook, and writes a post on Facebook, and people are saying, yes, this is what is happening in the hospitals, it is not right, we are being maltreated, this and that. But we see a lot of medical professionals, we see lots of nurses coming, breathing fire and saying what you guys are saying is not true. I think we as a people, especially those in the health profession, have refused to accept that things are not working. For me, to this, I say the case of Dr. Abigail Mulenga is an indication of a failed Zambian health system. So, when I say a failed health system, a broken health system, this is what I mean. In my thinking, there is lack of responsibility at our hospitals in the country, countrywide. There is a lack of accountability. No one is holding someone accountable. How can a patient be taken to the hospital and the patient needs attention, but no attention is coming? It is not only the case of Dr. Abigail Mulenga. There is a lot more cases where another lady spoke of the father being taken to the hospital for 3 days without receiving any treatment. Every time she called for help and asked where the doctor was, who was responsible for her father, the answer she got was, that's from the nurses, the answer she got was, we do not know whose duty it is, which doctor is on duty. And this could be the same case of Dr. Abigail Mulenga. So my question is, how does a person go to the hospital and is admitted in that ward, and the nurses in that ward do not know the doctor that is responsible for that particular ward or for that particular person? What goes on in our hospitals? What really goes on? How is it possible that it's not written somewhere that Dr. Soso, Dr. Banda is the one responsible or is the one on duty today? How is it possible? How is it even okay for nurses to tell the patient or the relatives to the patient that we do not know the doctor on duty? How did we let things get to this? How did we let things get this bad, guys? Who is holding account the doctor that is supposed to be on duty? This is management failure in all Zambian hospitals, because this case is not only happening at Kabwe General Hospital. A lot of people complain about UTH. A lot of people complain about Levi Mwanawasa Hospital, about Kabwe General Hospital. What is going on there? We have incompetent management systems. We have incompetent people managing the health systems in particular hospitals. Organizational failure. That's what this case of Dr. Abigail Mulenga is depicting. What is going on? Why do we put incompetent people in position of leadership? Why should a patient be taken to the hospital and there is no doctor to attend to that person? Are we having a shortage of doctors in the country? What is really going on? The problem I have seen also is that whenever you talk about these things, you get all these nurses coming online and saying, you come with a bad attitude. People come with a bad attitude to the hospital and they shouldn't expect to be treated nicely. No, guys, no. First of all, that person is not feeling well. And secondly, if you are going to take hours, just like you took in Dr. Mulenga's case, if you're going to take so many hours, and Dr. Mulenga was one of your staff, what more an ordinary person like myself? I come to the hospital, how long are you going to take? So that's what brings frustrations in patients and their relatives. And they're only human, remember. So if you are not going to attend to them in time, they're going to react. And when they react, you call that bad attitude. No, I think our nurses need to change the way they do things. You need to change the way you treat patients, the way you speak to people. You need to act more professional. When I come to you as a patient, I expect you to treat me as such, to take care of me, and not to start looking for how I am talking to you and my attitude towards you, and then you take it from there. Because once you continue doing that, a lot of people are going to die even before they receive treatment from you. So my question is, who holds who accountable at the hospitals? And I know some of you are going to come here and to say, oh no. When a person feels like they've been maltreated in the hospital, they can take it up to management, they can write a letter. Guys, it does not work, and it's not working. And take it seriously, it's not working, guys. A friend of mine lost her baby, and it was a case of negligence. She was told to take it up to management, and for sure she wrote to management. She wrote a letter and handed in the letter, and she was told to go, she was given a period of time to go back and see the person responsible or in management. And when she went there, guys, do you know what she found out? Her letter and her file was missing. It wasn't there. The person who was supposed to talk to my friend, who was supposed to clarify things, who was supposed to explain, who was supposed to follow up, who was supposed to know what really happened, to investigate, didn't know about the letter, didn't know didn't find the file. So what is going on in these hospitals? What is going on? What are we doing to ourselves and our people? How competent are the people we put in management positions, especially in public institutions like hospitals? So you see now, you see a case where a letter is handed in hoping that you will speak to management, and the boss on top comes. When you go there, they tell you, oh, I do not know about the letter and I can't find the file. Guys, what do you do? What do you do in such a case? Because that's the person on top, which means they are incompetent. They're incompetent, and there's no one holding them accountable. Because I believe that these people in management, they should also be held accountable. The fact that these people in management are not held accountable by anyone, it seems so. They are also negligent. They don't hold their juniors accountable. And their juniors are not holding those that they manage accountable. So guys, it's free for all. Everyone is doing their own thing. Nurses are doing their own things. The entire people working in the hospitals are doing their own things because no one is holding them accountable. And this is a recipe for disaster. It is a recipe for disaster, guys. Because how can people be working? And we've got this, a lot of people saying the medical profession is a calling. The medical profession is a calling. People, if they don't want to work as nurses, they should not train as nurses. My take on that is that there's nothing like a calling or not a calling. It is a profession. It is work. If you accept and if you train to work as a medical personnel, then work as one with professionalism, with respect for your patients, for other people. That's what you trained for. If you're not getting paid, because that's the other argument, is that we don't get paid enough money. We are not getting paid on time. So we are also frustrated. No. Hold on. I am not the one who's delaying your salary. I understand you. But take that up with your management. Take that up with your management, the government. Not to bring out frustrations on patients. Guys, you are killing people. Your frustrations, the frustrations that you bring out on patients are killing them. Please see what you can do about that. See what you can do about the bad attitudes. I am not trying to belittle or bring down the health system, the health profession, or the people in the health profession. No. I am just trying to make a statement, to say something, so that we can see how we can bring about change, guys. There seems to be a problem. There seems to be a lack of valuing human life. Guys, human life should come first. You as health professionals should know better. Clearly, no painkillers in the hospitals. This goes for the politicians, for the government, for the politicians. Please provide medication. Provide medication in hospitals. That is your duty. That is your mandate. The Ministry of Health, come up with a better policy. Come up with a better health policy. Come up with a policy that is feasible, a policy that is going to work. That aside, Dr. Chitalu Chilufya was accused of misappropriation of funds, of taking some funds, stealing some funds. That is the Minister of Health. He was taken to court, but then it was found that he did not take any money or steal any money. But this minister was not even laid off. He was not suspended to say, okay, let his investigations pass and then he will resume work. No, he was let to be in his position as minister. Guys, how can we do that to ourselves? Because once you let this person who has been accused of stealing to still hold on to the position of leadership, such as being a minister, and then you are actually jeopardizing the whole investigation process. Because this minister, especially where we have we seem to have a judiciary that is not independent, nothing really works well. You let this man to still remain a minister. And then in investigations, you are investigating a man who's holding on to power as a minister. It's difficult. It defeats the purpose of investigation. That was just me talking about that, you know. So I continue. Let me also mention that I also understand that when you take a patient to the hospital and there is no diagnosis of what the problem is with that patient, it is also not allowed not allowed for the nurses or someone who's there to actually take out the painkillers, because if something happens to that person, the blame will be put on them. So in this case, it seems like there was no doctor around. So what happened? Where was the doctor to have prescribed the medication? Where was the doctor to have prescribed the medication? To have prescribed the painkillers for Dr. Mulenga? Some of the people will come out, and especially those who are working in the health system, and say, oh, people die every day and anytime and this and that. No, that should never be justification for negligence. That should never be, guys. Most of the time, especially in our African hospitals, cases that are there can be sorted out before they get worse. But no, things are left until the last minute. We really have to change the way we do things. Last but not the least, I would like to say the death of Dr. Mulenga should be a wake-up call. A wake-up call to the government, to the politicians, a wake-up call to the entire health system and to the entire Zambian community. These are cases that happen on an everyday basis. My last words to Dr. Mulenga's family are that take heart. I send you God's strength. May the good Lord see you through as you mourn your daughter. It is sad that her death is untimely. We mourn with you. Please accept our heartfelt condolences. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And I'll see you in my next video.